Another evacuation flight has been added to help Australians stranded in Israel leave the country. Live now to Trudy McIntosh. Trudy, when are these flights going to start taking off?
Well, Ash, we believe the first flight will leave pending security issues tomorrow from Tel Aviv. There is more than 10,000 Australians who live in Israel. A lot of them are dual citizens and not all will expect to leave. But because of the demand that has been expressed to Defat, the Foreign Minister confirmed this morning then another flight will be added. So the first tomorrow, then one on Sunday. And Penny Wong says over the next 24 hours, they will finalise the time at which the flight next week leaves. They're leaving the door open too to adding further flights. These are going to be conducted to start with by Qantas. They've agreed to not charge passengers anything. They say the taxpayer won't be charged anything either. They're doing this as a show of goodwill, you'd have to say. This flight, as I say, will leave tomorrow, but we have seen other major carriers decide that this is simply too dangerous. KLM, the big carrier in the Netherlands, they were supposed to do this exact same thing on behalf of their government, and this morning announced that they would be retracting that offer because they couldn't guarantee the safety of passengers and crew on board. This was put to Foreign Minister Penny Wong this morning. Why wasn't a military option considered here? She says this is in fact going to be faster and more effective to get people out of Israel.
There's simply the case of what availability could be arranged faster. So obviously there are occasions where we look to the RAF, but in terms of making sure we could get flights as quickly as we could, we looked at all options, including commercial options, and Qantas was able to assist.
We're hearing more from the families of those who have loved ones stuck in Israel. That was a story from Brittany West. Her parents have been there on a tourist tour in the last few weeks. They were there when the attacks happened. She says thankfully now they've managed to get out on a commercial flight, but 5 others who were part of the group are still in Tel Aviv. My colleague Laura J spoke to her and asked, how has it been like to deal with DFAT? Is enough being done to give information to Australians who are stuck there?
It seems like DFAT maybe are lacking a little bit of coordination, to be honest. They've been very kind and considerate, but in terms of being upfront with information, it's been quite frustrating. Sometimes we've found that the information that the emergency hotline here in Australia is giving is conflicting to what the embassy in Israel is saying.
Back here at home, the Australian Prime Minister has met with the Israeli ambassador. Amir Maimon was actually in Israel at the time of these attacks. He's now flown back into Sydney and met for the first time with Anthony Albanese in the wake of the attacks. Amir Maimon actually lost a family member as a result of this. He says in this tweet that earlier this morning he met with the Prime Minister to share my appreciation for Australia's resolute support during Israel's darkest days, Ash.
Trudy McIntosh, thank you.